The night was unusually silent, the kind of silence that weighed heavy on the air, as if nature itself held its breath. A full moon hung in the sky, casting a pale glow over the dilapidated mansion at the edge of the forest. The house had been abandoned for decades, its walls crumbling, its windows shattered, but locals knew better than to go near it. They whispered about the thing that lived within, something that had never left. Rahul, a young journalist, had always dismissed the rumors as superstition. He had come to the town to uncover the truth, determined to expose the so-called ghost stories as mere folklore. Armed with a flashlight and his camera, he pushed open the rusty iron gates of the mansion. The air grew colder as he stepped inside, his breath turning to mist in the dim light. The entrance hall was vast, with a grand staircase leading to the upper floors. The wooden floor creaked beneath his feet, echoing through the emptiness. Dust floated in the air, disturbed by his presence. Rahul took a deep breath and pressed forward, his flashlight beam sweeping across the peeling wallpaper and broken furniture. Then, he heard it. A faint whisper. At first, he thought it was the wind slipping through the cracks, but the sound grew clearer, forming words that sent a shiver down his spine. "Leave now, before it comes back." Rahul's heart pounded. He spun around, but there was no one. Just shadows stretching across the walls like grasping fingers. He steadied himself, convincing himself it was just his imagination. He moved deeper into the mansion, reaching a long corridor lined with old paintings. The eyes in the portraits seemed to follow him as he walked past. Then, he saw the door at the end of the hall. It was different from the others, pristine, untouched by time. Something about it called to him, a sinister pull he couldn't resist. Slowly, he reached out and turned the handle. The door creaked open to reveal a pitch-black room. A sudden gust of icy wind blew past him, extinguishing his flashlight. Panic surged through him as the darkness swallowed him whole. And then, it began. A low growl resonated from the shadows. The air grew thick, suffocating. Rahul fumbled to turn his flashlight back on, his fingers trembling. The growl turned into a deep, guttural voice. "You shouldn't have come." A hand, cold, decayed, brushed against his shoulder. Rahul whirled around, but there was nothing there. The darkness itself seemed to shift, forming a shape, a towering figure with hollow, glowing eyes. It grinned, revealing rows of jagged teeth. Rahul screamed, the walls shook, the portraits fell from their places, and an unseen force yanked him off his feet. He slammed into the ground, pain exploding through his body. He tried to crawl away, but the thing was faster. It loomed over him, its shadow swallowing the room. Then, the whispers returned, overlapping, growing into a deafening chorus. "It has returned." Rahul's vision blurred. He felt himself being dragged, his nails clawing at the wooden floor. The last thing he saw before the darkness claimed him was the wide, grinning face of the entity. The next morning, the villagers found the mansion untouched, as if nothing had happened. But Rahul was never seen again, and the whispers continued, waiting for the next visitor.